Imagine working hard, saving money, and watching your bank balance grow, only to discover one painful truth: your money is actually losing value every single year. That's inflation, the silent wealth killer. And if you don't understand it, your financial future is already at risk. At its core, inflation means prices are rising. A gallon of milk that cost $2 a few years ago might cost $4 today. The value of money doesn't stretch as far, and your savings buy less and less over time. But here's the trick: inflation is sneaky. It doesn't make your bank balance shrink. Instead, it makes the real value of that balance weaker. You might have the same number in your account, but what you can actually purchase with it is less. Think about it. 10 years ago, $100 might have filled your grocery cart. Today, that same 100 might only get you a few bags. Rent is higher, healthcare costs more, and even simple luxuries like coffee or movie tickets eat up a bigger piece of your budget. For retirees, inflation is especially brutal. If you're living on a fixed income or a retirement fund, rising prices mean your standard of living slowly declines, even if your income doesn't change. So, why does inflation happen? It usually comes down to two big forces. First, demand can outpace supply. When too many people are chasing too few goods, prices climb. Second, central banks sometimes print or inject too much money into the economy. More dollars chasing the same amount of goods means each dollar buys less. Events like wars, supply chain disruptions, or global pandemics can make it worse by driving shortages and pushing prices higher. Let's do the math. Suppose you put $10,000 under your mattress. In 10 years, if inflation averages 3%, your money loses almost a third of its buying power. In 20 years, it loses nearly half. You worked hard for that cash, but inflation quietly steals it. So, what can you do? The answer is simple: never let your money sit idle. Invest in assets that tend to grow faster than inflation. Stocks, real estate, and index funds historically outpace inflation over the long run. Commodities like gold and oil often serve as hedges when inflation spikes. Even diversifying into international markets can protect you if one country's currency weakens. Another powerful tool is skills. The more valuable your skills are, the more you can command higher wages, even when prices rise. The real key is understanding that inflation isn't just an economic statistic on the news. It's a daily reality. Every dollar you spend, every paycheck you earn, every investment you make, it's all shaped by inflation. Once you see that clearly, you stop asking, "How much money do I have?" and start asking, "What is my money really worth?" So here's the bottom line. Inflation is a silent thief, but it doesn't have to rob you blind. If you learn how it works, invest smartly, and keep adapting, you can stay ahead of it, and protect your wealth for the long run. If this explanation opened your eyes, hit subscribe, because in our next video, we'll tackle one of the hottest financial topics today.